The power of imagination and visualization, according to Bob Proctor. The mental architecture of your desired reality. Bob Proctor, one of the most revered and influential figures in the field of personal development and human potential, dedicated over 6 decades of his life to deciphering and teaching the universal principles that govern success and manifestation. Central to his philosophy, and a point he incessantly hammered home in his seminars and teachings, is the transcendental power of imagination and visualization. For Proctor, these are not mere capacities for daydreaming or fantasizing. They are, in fact, the most potent and underutilized tools we possess to not only conceive, but to effectively architect and manifest the reality we desire. He viewed the human mind as the epicenter of all creation, a vibrational laboratory where the invisible begins to take shape before solidifying in the physical world. Proctor's fundamental premise was that everything that exists in our material universe, from the simplest tool to the most complex innovations and great fortunes, had its genesis as an idea, a spark of thought, a mental image conceived in someone's mind. Imagination is our divine faculty, the innate ability to go beyond what is perceived by the 5 senses, to conceive and construct scenarios, objects, and outcomes that do not yet physically exist in the 3-dimensional realm. When this creative faculty is consciously and intentionally combined with visualization, the practice of focusing on and detailing this mental conception, that is when the process of materialization truly begins. It's as if we are drawing an ultra-detailed architectural blueprint of our future life, not on paper, but on the vibrational screens of our own consciousness, building the neurological and resonant bridges that will guide us to its realization. 1. Of the points most emphatically repeated by Proctor was the cruciality of creating a mental image that is not just clear, but deeply vivid and detailed. He explained that the subconscious mind, the part of the mind responsible for our habits, its automatic behaviors, and according to him, for attracting and manifesting, does not have the ability to distinguish between what is a real experience and what is a vividly imagined experience. For the subconscious, the emotion and conviction with which an image is held are the only indicators of its reality. Therefore, by consistently visualizing your goal with intense emotion and conviction as if it is already happening now, you are effectively reprogramming your subconscious. You are overriding limiting paradigms and old beliefs that might have been holding you back, installing new mental software that aligns you with your desired new reality. A lack of clarity for Bob Proctor was not just an obstacle. It was a guarantee of stagnation. If your mind cannot see exactly what you want, how can it orchestrate the resources, people, and circumstances to deliver it to you? He went further, teaching that effective visualization is not limited to seeing with the mind's eye. It involves complete sensory immersion. Proctor frequently instructed his students to sit in a quiet place and to feel their goals as if they were a present, tangible experience. This means not just seeing your dream home, but feeling the texture of the couch fabric, smelling fresh coffee in the kitchen, hearing the sound of loved ones' laughter, the touch of the wind on the balcony, and the taste of a celebratory meal. The more sensory elements and, crucially, the more emotion, joy, gratitude, excitement, peace infused into the visualization, the more potent it becomes. Emotion is the fuel that accelerates the vibrational and magnetic process of the law of attraction. It's what transforms a simple image into a powerful, energetic event that resonates with the universe. Repetition is another cornerstone in Proctor's methodology. Visualization is not a one-time event. It is a daily and continuous practice. Just as an athlete trains their body and a musician rehearses their piece, the mind must be trained and conditioned through the repetition of the desired image. This repetition strengthens the new programming in the subconscious, cementing conviction and eliminating any doubt that might arise. Each visualization session is another step in building this mental blueprint. It's making it increasingly real and inevitable. Finally, Bob Proctor always emphasized that visualization, however powerful, is not an excuse for inaction. On the contrary, Once the mental image is clear and the emotion is aligned, the universe will begin to present opportunities and impulses for inspired action. These are the cues that the subconscious, now programmed, sends to the conscious mind. It is vital to act on these inspirations, however small they may seem. Visualization programs the destination. Inspired action paves the way. Together, they form the bridge between the inner world of thought and the outer world of manifestation, transforming the invisible into the visible, imagination into a tangible and measurable reality.